Hey, how's it going, guys? Stroker here. Um, for another Instacart video, of course. This one right here is going to be based off of the speed matter. I know I had a couple people ask me that question. Is your time speed for your batches important? And long story short, no. But the quicker you are with these batches, the better it helps you. It helps you out more. So you want to be pretty quick when it comes down to doing these batches. You don't want to be lollygagging and stuff like that because it's off your rating. Your rating goes up. The faster you do these batches, the higher your rating goes. And what I'm hearing now, based off the messages I'm getting from Instacart, is they're going to offer the high rated. They're gonna be offering the highest rating shoppers more batches. That's why that's the information I have got. And that's what it looked like what it's gonna be because they want to give the, the highest shoppers, the highest rated shoppers, more opportunities with more batches. I don't know if they're gonna just issue out higher paying batches or it's going to just offer more batches over a regular um, shopper. So the thing about that is when you first start, don't worry about the speed because first of all, you're just trying to figure everything out. You're trying to get used to everything and stuff like that. So don't even worry about the speed. I'll tell you one thing, it's going to come naturally because at the end of the day, you want to start making a certain amount. I'm pretty sure you already know the type of funds you can receive doing this. So you want to make a certain amount going in there automatically. But don't worry about the speed right off the jump because you're going to be focused on how to fully use the app and you're getting to know the stores and you're just trying to get everything worked out. So give it time and you'll naturally start to pick up pace. And I actually started doing that these past 2 days. I worked. So what it was is, whenever you do a batch, they give you, they time you. Whenever you start these batches, they time you. So it's at the bottom of your phone, the bottom right of your phone, and it has a timer on it. So as soon as you swipe start shopping or start batch, it's gonna automatically start timing you. So they give you a certain amount of time, and the time is different. It fluctuates. It's not the same time for every batch you do. They have it based off of how many items is in each batch. That's how they base the time. That's how they do it. So they're not counting the time from you driving to the store. They're not counting that, even though they give you a certain amount of time that you should be there, and pretty much you got another 10 minutes or whatever outside of that circle to get to the store before they start notifying you and say, hey, you need to get to start your batch real soon or whatever. So they're not counting the drive there. They just giving you the amount of time it takes for you to get there. They want you to get there. So you hit start batch, that's when they start timing you. So typically, if you have like a 46 item batch, it's gonna be what, like, I think like 48 minutes or something like that, 46 minutes or something like that. And if anything higher, I didn't have batches up to an hour or whatever like that. It seems a lot. It doesn't seem like you're gonna be in there that long, depending on how you're moving. But yeah, you end up hitting around that hour mark. So if it says an hour, 9 times out of 10, if you're not trying to, sprint or anything like that, you're not trying to break a world record, you're gonna be right at an hour, if not a little bit more. That's why I keep telling you guys, don't be so focused on that one item or whatever. If it's not there, move on. If they don't want to, they have a second option, or they don't want replacements, refund their money and keep going because the minutes add up and you end up not either beating your goal or not reaching that time limit they give you. So yeah, outside of that, they don't time you once you hit swipe. That's complete order. That's when you gotta go online. So they're not counting it anymore. Once you hit complete batch, and that's it. The timer is over with. And from there, you just check out. Then you go to your vehicle, and then you go ahead and drop off your batch. But yeah, time is very important, but don't worry about it when you first start. Or I'm gonna say that again. You'll pick up speed as you gradually, as you work, as days go by, as you put in the time, you're gonna work. And at the end of the day, it's like I did eight. No, I didn't do eight because I had literally three double batches. So 8 plus what, three? That's how many I actually did. So what, 11 batches I did on a Sunday, and I literally worked the whole day. I got done like at what, 8:30 or 8:45, something like that. So by the time I got home, it was like almost 9:30 or whatever, if not 9:30. So yeah, so I just started just doing the batches as fast as I could. So a lot of batches I had was 45 minutes, 48 minutes. It stayed right under 50 minutes for most of my batches, and I kid you not, I literally knocked all them batches off in half the time. So, like I said, they have the timer on the bottom right of your phone. So I'm looking at the phone. So when I hit start batch, and it says you have 46 minutes or 43 minutes or 48 minutes, to complete this batch. That's just what they time you. So, if you don't, it's not a big deal. They're not gonna penalize you, but it makes you look good as a shopper, and you get, they're gonna reward the good shoppers. I mean, they did that before, and right now they're trying to get everything figured out. They're working out the kinks and stuff, and they're gonna go back to rewarding their top shoppers. So we're giving them better opportunities of getting better batches. But yeah, so that whole Sunday I was doing batches. I'm literally doing it at half the time, and that's how I end up doing 11 batches that day. I know some people, they'll do 10, but that's not a lot. A lot of people don't do 10 batches. You know what I mean? They just end up doing so many. Maybe 5 is a good day for them. I don't know if they work as long as I do on the weekends or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I worked. I think I started at 9:45 or whatever, and I got done at 8:45. So I mean, I don't know if everybody's working them kind of hours, but still, I was able to crank out 8 batches, and 3 of them being double batches. So, but yeah, look at the time, 46 minutes, and then when I got to the register, 46 minutes, I did it in 26, and I did that with all those batches. It wasn't hard, just the point that you get in there, and it comes with you constantly going to these stores, and then you're learning the stores, you're studying their layout patterns and stuff like that. So it's going to come naturally. Now, granted, if you're not trying to remember, because if the more you remember, the easier it's going to be for you. Every store, like I told you before in one of my other videos, all the stores not completely laid out 100% the same. You can go to a Walmart, for example. Not that we use Walmart, but for example, I literally talked to one of the employees one day because I was like, hey, I came here last week and it's not on this aisle. Like, what do you guys do? The guy literally told me, said, Ro, we literally move everything every week. He said, I don't know why, but he said, I think they just do that to keep us busy, but they literally move items off the aisles to different aisles just because. So I'm pretty sure it's just to keep them busy. But overall, they're not completely the same, but they are similar, to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, you have to remember this. You have to study these stores, whether you realize that or not, because all it's going to do is make you a quicker, more efficient shopper. It's that simple. There's no way around it. You get in the store and you get out of the store quicker. So like I told you, they gave me 46 minutes to do these batches. All my batches I did in half the time, no problem. So instead of it being 46 minutes to do the batch, within 46 minutes, I'm already dropping off, the groceries. So, and it works that way. So I'm gonna tell you something right now. I haven't been doing this for like maybe it's coming to 3 months, I want to say, but don't be doing this for 5-6 months and then you're still slow. So don't go in there and treat it like a hobby. Like, you're there to get the money. The more batches you do, the more money you make. Now, granted, if you're cranking out $60, $65, $80 batches every time you pull out your phone, then hey, more power to you. Because me, honestly, if I'm getting $75, $80, $60 batches at a time, I'm only gonna do like 5 and I'm going home. There's no need for me to be out there late when I can just easily make more than what I plan on making that day, and I can go home and take care of other stuff and just enjoy the rest of my day. So, I don't know. I know that varies from city to city. Every city's different. I've seen plenty of videos, people I follow, and they actually have batches, just sitting there waiting to get picked up. And nice batches is that. So, apparently not everyone's affected by the bots. my city is. I know other cities, Miami and other cities like that, they're affected big time. And you have cities I think like Miami where you can't even get a batch unless you're in the grid. So if you're not in the grid, you're not getting the batches. That's a fact. So that sucks for them. I still have opportunity to make money over here, and like I say, Instacart is working on that right now. So like I say, just give it time, and it's gonna come through. But as far as your speed does matter. But don't worry about it when you first start. Give yourself a couple of weeks, give yourself a month, give yourself 2 months, however long you think you need. But please study the stores, and as you continue to go to these stores, and like I tell you, you're gonna end up going to these stores more than once. That's gonna happen. So pay attention to where everything's at. At the same time, don't be afraid to ask these workers for help, and then go from there. So yeah, later on, the top shoppers, they will have an opportunity to get more batches. I don't know if the pay is gonna be higher or whatever, but they're gonna issue out more batches to their best shoppers. So keep that in mind. You want to be, one of the top shoppers. It's not hard to do. Just stay on top of your time. That's a major help with that. A major help with that. Don't be lollygagging, get in, get out, and go on about your day and stuff like that. But like I said, get some time. You're gonna grow. You're gonna get better. For people who just watching this video, who just thinking about joining Instacart, it's still time. I'm going to actually make a video about that later on and give you reasons on why you should and why you shouldn't sign up for Instacart. But yeah, what else? What else? What else? Time matters. Guys, don't speed. I can't really tell you not to speed or to speed, but use your best judgment. Please don't be on the phone talking to your friends and your family members and stuff like that, because you're at work and you're going to lose focus. You kind of want to keep that down to a minimum, especially when you get into that zone to where you're just knocking out these batches back to back to back. And once I believe, because at first when I was doing it, well, when I first started, of course, they give you a crap load of batches out the back. But once I completed my 100 batch, that's when everything went to normal. So when I normally did a batch, and when I completed it, I wasn't getting batches like right away. Not any good batches. So that wasn't happening for me. I'm like, oh crap, whatever. So I'm going to go through it. But this week was pretty good. Like after Tuesday, things started picking up to where I was making, over $100 or $100 a day. And then when the weekend came, I made, double that and some. So it worked out for me. Last week was great. I'm going back tomorrow. I took today and Monday off. I needed a break and I had to take care of other stuff. But yeah, so I think that's what it is. Like my batches I'm getting them done right away, and then all of a sudden, when I got done with a batch, like literally within not even 5 minutes later, I had another batch. Like boom, I'm getting them $30 some batches. Most of them was 20, 25, 26, but I had some that was in the 30s, and I had one $46 batch or whatever, but it worked out. So yeah, guys, keep that in mind. I'm not saying you can't be on your phone, but you kind of want to get in the hang of things, and then once you start getting the hang of things, start figuring out, where certain items are going to be, then you can go ahead and you can be more relaxed on that part. But that's going to slow you down because the conversation is going to hold you up. You don't want to be on your phone so much, especially if you're new, if you don't really know anything, because all you're going to do is go in there. And I seen a lot of comments saying that, no, average batches take me an hour and a half to do. I'm like, that's not even including the travel time. You getting there and then dropping it out to the customer, because remember, customers don't always stay around the corner from these grocery stores. So you literally spent 3 hours on one batch, and like, what are you doing? So who's ever watching this video, guys, don't be like that. Don't do that, because all you're doing is you're wasting your time. You're actually holding yourself up for making more money. So you should not be doing, I don't care what batch it is, it should not take you 3 hours to finish one batch. So when I seen that, I had to include that in this video. That's ridiculous. I mean, by any means, on any level, whether you're a beginner or a top shopper, why are you taking 3 hours to complete a batch? It takes you 20 minutes to get to the store, but you got there in 45 minutes because you wanted to stop and go meet your friend somewhere or get something to eat. You didn't get nothing from the fast food, or you ran to the corner store or gas station and went in and got out, went in and got out. You over here just really taking your time. You went to Ross to go shopping for a few minutes. Like, don't do that. Like, what are you doing? You're not taking it seriously. They give you a lot of leniency, to do this, and don't do it like that, because at the end of the day, you're messing up your money. So, the thing about it is, the drive. That's the only thing that it's like, that's the only thing that was really just kind of killing me. It was like, crap. I did a lot of batches, and I made a good amount. It's like, still, like, if I had to drive 25, 30 minutes every time I went somewhere to a new location, to another store, it's like I would have been able to do 3 more batches, no problem. But it is what it is. If you want the money, if you want it to make sense, then you'll do that drive. So I know I said you don't want to go no further than 20 minutes, but apparently that's how it went for me on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. But I made pretty good money, and I believe it was worth it. It was worth it, and it's better than making $100 and me being out there for 6-7 hours, swiping my phone trying to find some good batches. I literally had batches the entire time I was out, from the first batch I got all the way to the last one. And I could have did another batch, but I was like, you know what? I really want to go home. I don't want to go home at 10 o'clock again or whatever. So I had to cut it short. But yeah, you guys go in there and knock them batches out. I mean, and it's set up to where you can knock out these batches in under 30 minutes, no problem. Because I literally did 11 batches Sunday, and I knocked all of them out under 26 minutes. And I looked at all of them. Oh yeah, I'm doing great. So, and that gives you room to get more batches. But of course, if you're getting big payouts, then there's less work, there's less batches you have to do, which is the ultimate goal. You rather would do 4 or 3 batches, however much you're trying to make, and then you can go ahead and go home. So that's the same thing. If I start seeing stuff like that, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. If I get in $50, $60 batches, $45 batches, like, bro, I can easily make $250. And in 4 or 5 batches, I'm going home. And that, I'm right to that day. It haven't happened yet, but Instacart's working on it, and we'll see. So we'll see. If it comes down to that, I'll definitely take advantage of it. I don't mind working, but at the same time, I do want to have a social life and not be able to miss out on money at the same time. So that'll work. I can work for 4 or 5 hours and make $250 or something like that. $300. I know it depends, because I know some of you guys, you make a lot of money. You make hundreds of dollars a day, and that's cool. But I have other stuff going on also, so that's not my goal to be out 12 plus hours every day. I'm okay with not doing that. But yeah, keep up the speed. Don't lollygag. Get to the store right away. Knock out the batch, because they give you plenty of time to do these batches. Some days, you're not gonna be the Flash. I guess some days you ain't feeling it, and you just don't feel up to it. You just barely get by. That's cool. But the faster you do your batches, the better it helps you out. And then later on, Instagram is going to start rewarding their top batches, their top shoppers with more batches. So keep that in mind. So anyway, I'm going to cut this video short, guys. Remember, if you're just first starting out, don't worry about the speed. Just get in the rhythm of things. Figure out the stores, and figure out how you're going to shop. So, we're out here helping each other. If you have any suggestions, any comments, any dislikes, if you disagree with this video, if you feel, that you need to voice your opinion on something, let me know. That's what we're here for. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, whether it's good or bad. I'm here for suggestions, advice, whatever, criticism. I'm here for it all. So until next time, guys, struggle. I'm out.